We are about to set sail again, so I thought it was a good time to go over all those little things that need to get done prior to heading off for your cruise. Ahoy travelers, it's Amy here to help you make your travel experience a success. We're going to assume you already have your cruise booked, but if you need help with that, I have several videos designed to help you find and book the right cruise for you. I'll link the playlist below. Around 120 days out, you'll want to make sure you have all your travel documents in order. Passports must have more than 6 months left on them on the last day of your vacation. So this is the time to get those renewed if they are expired or about to be. You will also need to check and see if your trip requires any visas or travel authorizations. Doing this now should give you plenty of time to get your documents in prior to your cruise. It wasn't that long ago that passports were taking 6 months to get in, but thankfully they seem to have caught up and the timeline is much more reasonable now. If you haven't booked any necessary flights, hotels, or transportation yet, it's time to get on that as well. Most cruises will need to be paid off 90 days prior to embarkation, so you will want to check on that. Even if you think you have your cruise handled, any unpaid costs, no matter how little, can mean that the line will cancel your cruise. If you're traveling overseas, now will be the time you'll want to check with your doctor about scheduling any required vaccinations or getting travel medications. We're a month out from your cruise. If you don't have excursions booked, better get on that before all the good ones are gone. Are you wanting to get that drink package? What about a spa or Wi-Fi package? If so, time to get that purchased. While you can wait until the day before your cruise for any drink packages, don't wait until you're on the ship. They cost more once you're on the ship. But you can wait the day before your cruise for drink packages. Spa and Wi-Fi packages can be limited, so be sure to get them booked before it's too late. And don't forget to pay for these add-ons either. Once again, the cruise line will cancel your cruise for any unpaid purchases. Stories have come out of people who've had their cruise paid for, added a package to their cart and signed out of the website because they weren't sure if they were going to get it or not. They're just kind of putting it on hold. Do it with Amazon all the time. But they found out that their cruise was canceled for unpaid services. When you're within the window of your cruise needing to pay it off, you need to be extremely careful about things like this. If you're wanting to have cell access while at port, check with your mobile carrier about plans for international roaming or look into getting a local SIM card. Sometime 2 weeks to a month out, you will be able to do the online check-in process for your cruise. This varies line by line. If you're like us and want to get on board your ship as soon as possible, then you're going to want to do your online check-in as soon as it becomes available. Literally. For example, on our next cruise, we were able to do the online check-in on a Friday at midnight Eastern Time. I stayed up and was on the website refreshing just prior to 11 p.m. Central, ready to go in and choose our embarkation time so that we could get the earliest time possible. Those who are higher up in loyalty levels often get to do their online check-in a day or so before everyone else, although it usually isn't necessary since they already get priority boarding, but still. Our last cruise was with Carnival, who offered a faster to the fun option for extra cost, and that cost has gone up recently. One of the major benefits is priority boarding. Because I was able to get an early embarkation time by being among the first to complete my online check-in, we boarded the ship only 2 minutes after those who paid extra for faster the fun. I checked. I did the math. I literally timed it. Some people swear by the program, but I found that a little bit of planning makes paying for the privilege that comes with faster the fun completely unnecessary. You will also want to check with your bank and or credit card company, whatever you're going to be using, and let them know you're going to be traveling. This prevents you from getting a fraud alert that you're going to have to deal with while abroad. While many companies no longer require this, I still do it for the credit card I plan to use while on vacation. My company allows me to notify them online, which makes it really easy. I know I don't want to have to deal with calling and approving a transaction when I may not have cell service or Wi-Fi access to do so. It could cause some problems. If you have pets, you will want to make sure you have found someone to take care of them, along with anything else that might need to be done around your house, like gathering the mail, putting out the trash, etc. There are a few more last minute things to check off that list, but before we do, if you enjoy this video and maybe even learned something, consider subscribing with the notification bell on so you don't miss any future posts. Be sure to hit that like button as well. It only takes a second, and doing so helps cruisers like you find us. Yay! You're just a week away from getting on that ship. At this point, you will want to make sure you have all your documents printed and ready. I actually have a little folder that I keep everything in, from hotel confirmations to boarding passes to excursion tickets and all that information. I'm old school and I like to make sure I have a physical copy as well as a digital one. Backups of backups is how I like to roll. Screenshots in case I don't have Wi-Fi or cell access, and physical copies in case nothing works. It's time to go over your packing list and make sure that you have everything you need for your cruise. I would do this a little earlier if it's your first cruise or if you're heading to a new destination, just in case it takes a while to order or shop for whatever you need. However, for the most part, you're going to be fine waiting to do this a week prior to your cruise, as you're going to want to stick to packing clothes that you wear on a regular basis, things that you know that you're comfortable wearing. Now, since I wear a uniform to work and wear scrub clothes around the house, things like sweats and basketball shorts with tears and paint on them, with old t-shirts that you wouldn't wear in public, those things. Because of that, I do have a few cruise-specific items, or at least outfits that I rarely wear outside of a cruise. However, the majority of my cruise-specific items aren't clothes, but things like magnetic hooks, travel-size toiletries, doubles of items like electronic cords, etc. These I keep set aside in a cruise bag year-round. Be sure that you have extras of any medication so you don't run out. Depending on your prescription dates and how long your cruise is, this may mean working with your pharmacy and doctor to make sure you have what you need on hand. In the days leading up to your cruise, you'll want to prep your house for being gone. Depending on your situation, you may want to pause mail service. I, for one, want to make sure I come back to a clean house, so I do all my laundry, dishes, clean the house. Since I have pets as well as chickens, ducks, and guineas, I will make sure all the feed bins are full for those that are taking care of my animals, as well as getting them fresh bedding or anything else they might need. When I leave during the winter, I definitely have to do more prep work than other times of the year. There may be other things you'll want to add to your to-do list depending on your lifestyle or cruise, but this list will address the majority of things that need to get done prior to that cruise. What is one thing you forgot to do before leaving out on vacation? Drop a comment below. I want to hear about it. Are you ready for more information on cruising? Why not stick around and check out this video and then come back for more information designed to help you have an amazing cruise. Have a blessed week, everyone.